pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up, when it's half time she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no luck. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. Once you run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, what I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like keys in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then boy, if you ain't talking paper, I tell shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then
2, 3, 4. Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside me. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. I wanna thank you for taking me as I am. Need you to know that I'm your number one fan. I wanna give you my heart. You see the silver lining when I'm in the trenches. You stand beside me with your patience and forgiveness. I wanna give you my heart. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside me. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. Baby, I could cry. Can I fall in your arms and just fly? When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love. I got love. Yeah, got love.
What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. I'll make you about that time. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all. But do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a game to the rookie from Wake Forest. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. He goes to the hurry up here. Here's Baker. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They got 21 yards on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 17.
First down, and they go right back to it. We'll get about 6 on this one, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Offense up to the line fast. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the pocket. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
He hits a wall, stops at a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Goes to the hurry-up offense here. Mayfield will throw for it. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Here we go, set! 19-18!
Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. At the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And here is Schmidt to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Looking quickly here. Here's Mayfield. Hits him on the out route. He's got room to roam. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Bucs have the first. Offense to the line fast. They'll run here on first down. And he's only able to get back to the line. And it's going to be second down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Baker to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
On first down, they'll run. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. From the gun, Mayfield. Caught just shy of the goal line. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that's separation.
Fighting for the goal line, he lost it, it's out. And it looks like the offense was there to recover as they're inside the 5. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, maybe go get that.
And they score. It's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers trim the lead to 1. On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here's White on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Okay, let's go.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Pat the street. Pat, here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line. He's moving quickly, trying to get set.
Smash Bronco.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. It's incomplete. Brings up third down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Judkins running between the tackles. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. So the Browns sending out Andre Schmidt on this fourth down. This a 54-yarder. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the score remains knotted 7-all.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. It's to pick up a 4 yards, and that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
First and 10 from the 43. Pressure coming, Baker. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Quandre Diggs with the INT. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
19 Tigers.
Here's Judkins on second down. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up third down.
So before third down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. So this one will sail out of bounds, and they're going to give him up to about the 45-yard line.
Their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Into the hands of Colt. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense in a hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 49-yard line.
Now Mayfield. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Another carry for him. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to the well again. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert. What's that?
Baker now off the play fake. That's completed right side. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a second quarter lead. So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Here's White on the return. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Come on, pat the street. Ready.
They'll run here with Tajay Spears. Keeps away from one. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
16 yards. That's
Check smash. Check smash.
1st down.
Knocking 18.
45-yard line.
Hey, check that. Street.
They run once more with Spears. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Pat the 60. Big Lion. 60 Eagles.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Has it down close. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns tie it in the final minute of the half. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. Like you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is going to be Browns football. Not much added after the recovery, partner, so that is where they'll take possession from the fumble.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Another game to Judkins. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's such a magnificent run. Quick story time. My first NFL start, Ricky Waters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle, Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
Go! Ready?
Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Schmidt tacks on that extra point. And the Browns grow their lead to 8. here is Schmidt to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Buying some time right. Moving right. Airs it out to... It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another one for Jenkins. He has this down to the 34. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Judkins on 1st down. He's going to get inside the defense's 30 here. Looks to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff now to Judkins. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. 3rd down run from Judkins. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. So this is Andre Schmidt to attempt this Browns field goal. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Power squib kick is taken in. And they finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams. It sets you up for success.
On the give, here's Judkins. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Here we go.
Here's Sanders now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Mayfield set to pass. Dump off caught by his back. It's a small gain up to the 38. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
Back-to-back carries here. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. Offensive line fast.
A gain of 21 yards.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Mayfield looking to throw on his 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Baker now from the gun. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. You got middle field open or close. You got a single high or two high. Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Buccaneers 19. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he would come into the house to give me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man, I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1 real quick. Real quick. Whole squad on the real.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready? 18, 19, 18. Ready?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
19 side. Cowboy 80.
Throwing again here. Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Okay, this is one of those situations where they've got the lead on the scoreboard, but not the momentum on the field. This is a big 3rd down coming up. Got to seize back, a little control, and find a way to cut off the comeback.
Short pass brought in. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Moving quickly, trying to get set. On 1st down, here's Sanders. Once more into the hands of Jeudy. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here we go, check. Cougar 19. Go, check. Go, check. Let's go.
Judkins up the middle. And they stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Thrash hauls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
To the ground they go with jump kits. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Ready? 70 Timberwolf. Herc. Check, Bobcat. Ready?
Running this is Junkins. And he only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Schmidt connects, and that throws the lead to 5.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point, but they do come away with 3.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Mayfield to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. They get 37 on the play. And the Bucs have the first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Quandre Diggs with the INT.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in, coverage-wise, to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Brown's ball working to carry this lead through to the end. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready, let's go.
Judkins running between the tackles. A solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now running with Judkins. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's on the first.
And the Browns, first down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
18. Viking 18. Ready.
This time it's a passing play. They did it! He made the interception! And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, here's Baker. On the move, headed right. Sends this to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here following the penalty. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Mayfield. At the goal line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stop them from reaching that end zone.
Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here's White on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hop 70, hop 70.
Going to the ground again on first. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Here's Judkins on 2nd down. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. Goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 15 yards.
Hey, check that. Street.
The Browns first down.
Bronco switch. Roll,
1st and 10
roll.
at the 48-yard line.
Here's Judkins. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns down by only 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Tag 68. Not Buffalo 18.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there could be more interceptions.
Stopped at the line, and that forces them into a 4th and long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
He didn't get enough into it. Oh, it just comes down shy of the crossbar. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
And that now is his 3rd miss of the game. And it won't be one many of these fans forget because of the game situation this time, Kate. It's going to be a tough loss to endure, and I think, unfortunately, he's going to draw more than his share of the criticism.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to the well again. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Setting up to pass. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Check, here we go.
Now Judkins. And they send it straight ahead, but the clock stops him after a gain of 3. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
4 yards on the pickup.
Check,
2nd and 6.
reload. Steady.
Another game to Judkins. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short. I'll be the pace here as the clock continues to run.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another one for Judkins. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here.
Cowboy 80, Warriors, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 60 Mavericks, 60.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's Coffey on the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
For a Browns first down.
Panther 60, 19
Back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
He didn't get enough into it, so it just comes down shy of the crossbar. And they fail to claim that lead. They're still down by a point.
No matter how that kick was going to go, Kate, there was going to be elation on one side and absolute heartbreak on the other, and that's what makes for a memorable finish and one heck of a game we got to watch.
A parting shot delivered on that tackle, but doesn't matter. That's the end of this game. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers.